skipping breakfast is the #1 no-no.
The most important trick is not skipping breakfast.
That's right, not skipping breakfast. We always hear how important breakfast is, but a new study you might have heard about, it's really circulating right now, is claim. And we have Sarah Krieger. She's a registered dietitian with us this morning to explain. So we talked a little bit about this study that is saying maybe breakfast isn't so important and you might be able to lose weight not eating breakfast.
Okay, so the majority is still that breakfast is kind of a big deal, okay? We're breaking the fast. Think about how long most people go from dinner or evening snack to the next meal. If it's more than 10, 12 hours plus, how long are you gonna go? You know, 15, 20 hours? Your brain needs to eat just as much as your stomach and your muscles do.
And especially as kids are going back to school, which is what we're focusing on today.
Yes.
All kids in the Bay Area will be back next week.
Yes.
So breakfast is especially important for our students.
Of course, and if you ask any nurse who works in a school or teachers, you can kind of tell the kids who haven't had breakfast. Their brains really need it and they get foggy, maybe irritable. So it is a big deal first thing in the morning. And the schools provide breakfast, but I have some options here for those who like to eat at home.
Okay, great, and it all looks so good. So let's go through some of these options.
So I have 3 kids, and I just shared some of the things that my own children like. You know, so it's the weekend. If you have time and make like a fruit parfait, sometimes I'll do like 4 or 5 at a time on a Sunday, and then they're ready to go during the week. Okay, has a good combination of protein and whole grains, which we really want our kids to focus on. Muffins, I'll make those on weekends, whole grain flour, fruit, what's not to love about that. I have one child who likes savory things, so sometimes he'll have whole wheat tortilla with cheese and salsa. Go figure.
And I think at breakfast, too, that's something really interesting, and that it can be even good for you to have something like that at breakfast, not necessarily sweet, right?
Right, and again, if you choose something sweet, you're more likely to be hungrier as the day goes on. So protein and whole grain fiber or fruit with the fiber are really great options. So pairing cheese with fruit is my personal favorite, but also a nut butter, like a peanut butter sandwich. I mean, the old standby is really perfect first thing in the morning with a glass of milk or a latte. Not for kids. For
we'll hold back on the kids. We don't need to turn them on to Starbucks just yet.
Not yet. Or leftover pizza. I mean, if you can get a little vegetable serving first thing in the morning, you knocked one out for the day.
Leftover pizza. Did you hear that? A dietitian just said you can feed your kid leftover pizza for breakfast.
Yeah, and it's because it has the cheese, it has whole grains, and it has the vegetables. It's a win-win.
It seems like the biggest thing about going back to school is making a lot of things ahead of time.
Absolutely. You don't want to think about it too much in the morning. So I prep my kids a couple days before, especially on a weekend. Stock your refrigerator, stock your pantry. That way it's easy. My 3 kids make their own breakfast now.
Oh, well, look at that. All the other parents sitting at home are thinking, there we go. See, kids?
They can do it. They can do it. They can get the cereal out. They can pour milk. They can get a piece of fruit or a cheese. Yeah, it's easy.
Great.
And again, the ones who don't want to eat right there, they have to catch the bus or get in the car. That's where the portable things are. So totally fine.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Sarah Krieger. We really appreciate it.
Thanks.
I'm sure we'll see you again soon. Well, coming up.